Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Brian from USA Cards, and today, Sunday, Labor Day weekend Sunday, long 3-day weekend, the kind that teachers depend on, right? Early in the year to get some reprieve. Ends up being a bittersweet Sunday on the 3-day Labor Day weekend for me. If you're a follower of my Instagram channel, then you already know, but I sold something yesterday, late last night. The player, clearly my main PC, Luka. I got stacks of Luka to show you, but let's just skip right to it. I like to show cards when I do videos. The more cards, the better. You probably got a glimpse right there, but I'll try to keep it interesting. So stick around if you want to see the Luka lot. But if you're just here to see what makes this Sunday a bittersweet Sunday, here it is. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I sold this. Yep. Late last night, I reached out to a guy who had previously reached out to me on eBay. Had this thing listed for $50K or best offer. Last week, I get an offer, like $18K for this. And I thought, well, that's less than I want, but hey, it's interesting. I look at the seller. He has an Instagram page. I go check that out. He's got just a few super high-end cards, one of which is the variation of this 2018 Contenders Cracked Ice Luka rookie in a 9.5. His variation is in a 9.5. And so it made sense that this guy was interested in this card. Because a lot of times, you'll get offers that really don't lead anywhere, and you never knew how serious they were in the first place. But I reached out to him. It was late. I feel like it was a late Thursday night. And we had a cross-country meet that morning. And it was just a long day. And I was getting ready for bed. I said, hey, man, I found him on Instagram, messaged him, and I said, thank you for your offer. If we did a deal, I'd like to do it off, eBay, clearly. Let me take until Saturday to think about this, because I really wanted to dive into it and see, what number would make sense for me. And he was like, fair, that's fair. And he told me, I've got the variation, I want to pair it. So yesterday I sat down, 9:30, 10 o'clock here in Dallas, and I started looking at comps. And I started looking at what was available. And mine is the only 9.5 available. There is a PSA 9. The guy wanted $30K or best on eBay. Like I said, mine was up for $50K or best. So I started kicking around looking at the comps, and the last comp was October 28th, 2023. It went for $21,960 on Golden Auctions. So, and interestingly, that one is a quad 9.5 that did $21,960. The auction before that was the one you wanted as a buyer, 17.4, which, man, what an outlier that is. I think that was when the Mavericks, it was pretty clear the Mavericks weren't going to make the playoffs. This was the year they tanked to the last couple games so they could keep their pick protected from New York. It was a top 10 protected that they owed to the New York Knicks. So they had to throw a couple games to make sure they got in that top 10, which they did, and that led to Derek Lively. But that's why this one is so cheap. Before that, 21.6, 22.8, 24, and then the crazy sale for sellers was back in November of 2022, went for $60K in a 9.5. But I figured, $21,960, there's got to be a little bit of a value increase just based on what happened last year. They made it to the finals. Luka had an insane year, arguably the MVP. Jokic won it again. So my thought process was I'd like to clear what this guy got at 21,960. And to do that, it was going to be like a 23K PayPal. So that's what I offered. And pretty much the guy was like, cool. Like, I don't even want to try to haggle. This price is fair. Let's do it. In a matter of literally 15 seconds from the time I sent that text, he replied, the deal was done. And it was almost like, oh shoot, what'd I just do, you know? But I think at the end of the day, you know, I moved the blue ice for around the same price, maybe just a smidge more. And at the end of the day, these super big cards, sometimes you just got to cash out and put that money into the family account and let that sit and just provide a little ease, you know, grease the wheels a little bit, a little buffer. So I knew my family could use it. Clearly, my family comes first, as I would assume everyone's does. So this won't be reinvested. This will just be a cash out, put it in the bank, and move on. I got plenty of stuff to keep, you know, playing the game with, but it's kind of what I did with the blue ice too. I've said this before, you know, it's easy to trade in and out of big cards and you get to numbers like 10 and 15K in trades, but to sit down and plop cash down for a card is hard. It's really hard. So I know it wasn't easy for this buyer, and I certainly am not going to just run out and try to, you know, recycle this. I don't think I could. It'd be, you know, I don't even know what I'd want. You know what, honestly, I'd want is the blue ice. I want the blue ice back. But I'm going to have to trade for it. Might be able to throw in a little cash, but I'd like to be there 95%, 90% trade. So if you got a blue ice and you want to trade for it, or trade it to me for something, let me know. So yeah, the Luka takes trip Tuesday morning. I'm going to overnight it to him. It does have a little weird little crack right here. It's like on the inner part. I don't even know how this happened, but you can't even feel the crack on the outside. But he's cool with it. He said he was going to re-slab it anyway. So off it goes into the universe of Luka collectors. And what's cool about it is that I know it's going to a guy who's going to keep it. You know, it makes a difference when you flip something like this or sell something like this to a collector, because you know you're probably getting a decent deal and you're not leaving too much meat on the bone. When a flipper dives in and buys one of these, it's usually because they think they're getting it at a really good price and they're going to make a couple K on it, you know, just flipping it. So it feels good to know that I'm probably squeezing all the juice out of it that I could, and it's going to someone who's going to appreciate it. Sort of as a look back in time, I wanted to see, this is a card that I traded for back in February of 23. And here's everything that I gave for it. And if you look at it, I mean, there's an orange Mahomes in there and there's a green Bobby Witt, but not a lot else, truly. You can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paper Ohtani rookies, all 10s. A couple color LeBron prisms, a refractor, a couple Curry. I mean, those are really small cards. Topps Chrome Ohtani, that's nice. A Luka Green from Hoops out of 99, that's nice as well. Hard grade there, hard to get a 10. But the blue RJ Barrett, the white sparkle Deshaun Watson, the hyper Luka, all great cards. Just, you know, I don't know what this lot would get to, but it would not be 23K. The green, Vladdy, and incidentally, Vladdy's really had a great year, kind of under the radar. But the orange Mahomes obviously sticks out. The green Bobby. But yeah, so I think just by turning this smaller stuff, into a bigger piece, I bet just eyeballing this, I bet I'd be looking around 12K for this, So I was able to definitely maximize the value I had in those cards. So if you're not interested in seeing the Lukas that I have, this would be a nice time for you to move on. Maybe find a Jeff Wilson video to admire. But if you are interested in seeing what's left in the old Luka bag, I'll show you. Monopoly, first year. I think they call these the money parallels, the black money. Pretty cool card, raw. This one is purely for eye candy's sake. Great eye appeal on the green, color match out of Mosaic. This one's cool. I always like the full foil cardboard cards, paper cards, I guess. They're all cardboard, but the non-chromium refractors are always pretty cool. Championship, out of Contenders, out of 75. 69 out of 75, interestingly. Here is cool Rookie Kings that my son and I got signed, if you could see that down there, at a Maverick game. I believe it was Luka's second year that he signed this, and he was nice enough to sign 2 for us. It helped that my son was I think he was 11 or 12 maybe. In that sweet spot, right, for getting autos, kids getting autos. But Revolution, probably want to get these authenticated at some point. So this is the biggest auto that I have remaining. The Immaculate Premium Edition out of 24. And it's still sealed. And, I'd be happy to sell this one too. I think where I'm landing on my Luka stuff is I'm going to try to keep the blues. I'd like to get the blue ice back and then just keep the blue rookies. And I think that's a good, it's a good line to draw, because I do have so much value in Luka that I need to capitalize on moving some of it, which I did today or yesterday. This one's cool. It's out of 2018 Donruss rookie. Hit this in a break. Hit this and a Dirk in a break. This one's 97 out of 99. So that's 2 Luka rookie autos that I have. And then this one's interesting, out of Hoops. It's the Artist Proof out of 25. This definitely is on the table. I'd move that. This one probably is on the table too, but this is absolutely one of my favorites. One of my favorite Lukas. The Courtside Select. I don't know. It's got the low pop appeal, versus the Prism Silver. So this is, a more rare rookie. And I love the just basic rookie refractors. So I'll probably hold on to this as long as I can, but definitely not one that I wouldn't move. And here's another really nice one. You can get this for about half price of the Prism Silver. And I'm sure the pop on this is much lower. And it's just an iconic. I love the rated rookies, man. Across all sports, the older rated rookies in baseball, now they're unlicensed, but this Optic Hollow is just a classic card. So that one's nice. And then the next one here is super low pop. I think this is maybe pop 4, 5. The Luka Optic, same card, rated rookie, but it's checkerboard. And most of these checkerboards have a big print line somewhere that goes through them. And I think that's what makes most of them 9s. But yeah, there was one available. I don't know if the guy still has it. He had it at a pretty good price. No way I would need 2 of these, but just don't see them often. And he was shopping it pretty aggressively. I mean, it was up on the Facebook groups and Instagram story sales. I saw it a couple times, so. Oh, come on out. Come on. This is worth getting out because this thing is just, look at that. Man, that is sweet. I've told this story before, so I'll keep it short, but you know, SGC 9 seems like a perfect crossover card, right? I mean, even if you only brought back a PSA 9, right? At least it's a PSA 9, but there's nothing higher than a 9. There are a few PSA 9s. I think there's a BGS 9, but there's nothing higher. And the reason is there's like a little crimping. It's really hard to see, but it's like right in the middle at the bottom, like a little bit of crimping there. And it's on every copy I've seen. And I've talked to a few guys that have told me that's why. And so, you know, I would hate to crack this, sub it, and get it like an 8. As bulky and big as these SGC tuxedos are, I found that if I just put it in one of these leather pleather Case Pro pouches, you know, it evens things up a little bit so that the SGC 9, the SGC slab's not sticking out like a sore thumb in my case. So let me save the blues for last here. This now becomes an important card, a more important card, because you know it's one of, I guess, 5 or 6 Luka rookie autos that I own, and it's the only contenders now that the Cracked Ice is gone. This is interesting because this is the highest grade copy, and I want to say it's a pop. I want to say pop 1, but that might not be right. It might be a pop 2. But the full foil paper, like I said, it's just a tough grade. This out of 65, 57 out of 65. And yeah, I'll probably move this, you know, when the time is right. But I am definitely glad I've held on to this. It's been in a couple of deals that we've like tried to explore. I've put this, you know, in a couple of potential deals, but nothing I pulled the trigger on. And now I'm glad, you know, that I kept it. So I think the rest are all blue. Yep, I have 5 blues. Let's look at the blues real quick. So this one, if you're looking for a blue chrome rookie of Luka, look at Mosaic. This is the first time Mosaic was created back in 2018. I think it was a subset. I'm pretty sure, again, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that in 2018, Mosaic was not a full-sized release. I believe it was limited. And this is not, I'm sure it's numbered. I was almost positive it was numbered. Maybe it's not. No, it has to be. Where is it? Where's that number? Gosh, maybe it's not. I guess it's not. The unnumbered blue Mosaic Prism Luka rookie. And then next, this. Used to have 2 of these and traded one, actually in a deal for the checkerboard. I like fast break. I really do. I like the design. I like the little circles. I like the shimmer. You know, and if this was like better than the regular blue, I think I would like it even more. It's weird how sometimes just a card's worth or the way that the hobby sees it can affect how you see it. You know, this is a gorgeous card and it gives me like white sparkle vibes, you know, which those white sparkles are really nice and they hold a lot of value. if this was more premium, I think I'd like it even more, but I like it a lot anyway. So that is the Fast Break Blue, and then this one probably is his most gorgeous card, the True Blue. This, Tatum's Green. I'm sure there are other fascinating, true, full color matches in Prism, but those two stand out to me, the Tatum Green and the Luka Blue. Of course, the green Tatum is not numbered. The blue Luka is out of 199. I would love this in a PSA 10, but I'm happy. I would move this and try to upgrade into a 10, but it would make pairing it with the Blue Ice a little more difficult, because if I could find a 9.5, if I could find a Min Gem Blue Ice, oh man, that would be bananas. And I put it right next to this. So that's definitely one I'm keeping my eyes out for. This one is nice as well. Yeah, I remember trading for this at the Dallas show. Gave a couple Vladdy firsts. I think I gave a green and a purple. Green 9.5, purple 10, I believe. And maybe a little bit of cash, but I can't really remember. But this is the true optic. There's a variation as well that is also nice, blue, but that's the true. And then this is by far my favorite auto. This one is just classic. This will never, I'll never move this unless, you know, times is hard, as they say. But yeah, this one's just sick. Look at that, man. I love this Donruss Optic rated rookie, the blue rated rookie, the blue card, the blue jersey, the blue auto. This is a Gem Mint Plus. Boy, I don't have the cojones to cross this, but it'd be pretty nice if I did. This 22 out of 49. Just gorgeous. I mean, as classic can be. So let me recap for you at home. Got the blues first, the classic optic rated rookie, followed by the Contenders Optic True, followed by one of the most gorgeous cards that he has, which is probably the most gorgeous card that he has, which is the True Blue from Prism, followed by the Fast Break Blue, followed by the Mosaic Blue, followed by the only Contenders rookie auto at this point that I own. And then you've got the SGC White Sparkle, you've got the low pop checkerboard, you've got the really classic Optic Hollow. You got my favorite of his refractor rookies, the Courtside Select. Of course, you got the out of 25 Artist Proof. You've got the Donruss RPA. And then you got some throw-ins. You've got a couple in-person autos. A really clean premium edition with a nice auto. Most of these autos get spotty. Not this one. This one's really nice. You got a couple for fun cards splashed across the top. And you got the one that's going out. Hope you enjoy this. If you do watch it, buyer, I don't think he wants to be disclosed, so I'll keep him anonymous. But yep, that's it. Bittersweet day, Sunday, Labor Day. But it feels good to, you know, sometimes sales feel just as good as buys, and it's going to be nice to boost the savings account a little bit. So Dallas next weekend, it's going to be good. Can't wait. Hopefully we'll have a lot to show you and a lot to report back. But until then, enjoy your long weekend. See you on the next one.